Good evening and good afternoon. Welcome wherever you are and whenever you are. My name's Kevin Goodman. I'm trying to write an album from my shed with the help of some friends, and this is episode 32 of my journey. I don't think there's any other. I'm not going to add any other things to that. Just journey at this point down that route. And I'm working on project. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, as you saw in the last video, I got the guitar part recorded, acoustic. So the next step has been to relearn the bass, which has been fun. Actually, I've enjoyed. This was a lot of fun to play, and there's a lot of things that are interesting to me about it. So it was fun relearning it. It was fun getting back in sort of the mode of doing it. Different feel, obviously, and a different sort of set of rules and everything to fuck around with, essentially. So I enjoyed the bass parts when I play them. It is what it is, but I do enjoy it. So I also have done a bit of work trying to play around with the relief on the neck of the Hohner. I have a feeling that there was too much, and that over time it had just got so I've tightened the truss rod probably with more aggression than I've done with any of my guitars. It seems fine. It was hard to get it moving in the first place. But I think probably almost a whole turn, which can't be that much because that just sounds insane. But anyway, it feels a bit tighter to play. And when I say tighter, I don't mean sort of the action seems fine. I just mean sort of tighter in feel, in a way. I also spent the day working with this little guy. My turn it the right way. Ah, yeah, there he is. Hello, everybody. Anyway, looks like a robot. Anyway, so I've been working with him today and the bass to try and reconnect. So I was curious. The back of this amp, I've now got this. I've got it taped up, so I'm not going to undo it, but that's kind of my temporary measure. I'm going to try and find a plate for that. But sort of was looking over the pots, they're all pretty bad. I am frightened of doing anything with the wiring on this guitar. But the battery case that held, it's not an active bass, I found out. It has some kind of EQ, which is activated by this switch. I found a guide. I was looking actually to see if I could buy a new battery box for it, because the battery box that held it at the back here was completely fucked. And so I spent an ages looking to see if you could buy one of those. In the end, I found someone who'd rewired it using a standard 9-volt kind of attachment. Turns out what was in there, which I was very confused about, because it looks like a 9-volt battery, but it's just a hollow piece of metal. Once you take that out, on the bottom there's a circuit board, and actually it's a preamp. So there's a preamp on the EQ, which is activated by this switch. Now at the moment, I've rewired it. This switch used to cut the bass out. Now it doesn't. But I can't really detect any discernible difference between it being in one or the other switching mode. I don't know if that just means that the switch is fucked and I've repaired the connection, so it works in both but doesn't actually switch over, or I don't know. I don't know enough. The potentiometers on here are screwed. I can get it to a certain volume and it will hold steady, but I can't mess around with it. I've got these off at the moment because I was trying to see what it would look like to take these out and rewire them. And even just replacing the potentiometers, I'm really I'm really wary of. Anyway, so it still works. That's the good thing, and it actually works whether I switch that up and down, which is nice to have. But I need to look into it more to find out if I can get it to actually do what I think it's supposed to do. I've heard that this sort of it gives you a different shape on the EQ, depending on which switch you've gone to. The preamp, once you've activated the preamp, it allows you to do a different thing with the EQ. Go figure. But anyway, so I will try and find a backplate for that, and get it back up. But it's been fun to have the soldering kit out and stuff like that. So that's always a nice little project for a Saturday. But anyway, so project's coming along. I'm quite pleased. I think actually, I'm gonna record it, like a slick new version on acoustic and just bass. Excuse me. And I will leave the drum part in there. I need to do some work on the drums. I'm struggling to remember exactly the process, how we got to where the drums are at this point. But I'm going to leave them where they are, but I'm going to do some work on the EQ and try and get that in shape, because at the moment it's okay, but it's not great. And I don't think they're on producer kits at this point in time either. Pretty sure that's the case. Oh no, they are. They are. I've switched them to producer kits, but the producer kits aren't doing anything at the moment. So there's some work to do there. And then also I've been thinking, actually, it's time I started on Thai's iPhone as well. So I think the next video that I'm going to do will be on Thai's. It will probably, the first step of that will be drums. I need to find a beat for it. I think I said in a previous video I'm going to try and go heavy with this as well. And try and find a big drum sound for that. And write a bass line. So probably those will be the next two tasks. So looking forward to that. And yeah, just a short one I think to keep going. And